Welcome back. You're watching Cruise1st TV and it's time for another one of our special shows celebrating Cruise Week with our friends at CLIA, the Cruise Lines International Association. It's a fabulous 7-day event where we've lined up special deals from all your favourite cruise lines, and we've added a Cruise1st exclusive bonus if you book with us by the end of this Sunday. Now, this is a great week to maybe discover cruising for the very first time, or just to look at new options for your next getaway, breaking your own travel boundaries. The amazing thing about cruise holidays is that there's something out there for everyone.
Welcome to the world of cruising, where every moment is a memory waiting to be made. Imagine waking up to a new and exciting destination every day, all while enjoying the comfort and luxury of a floating resort. Whether you're a sun seeker, a history buff or a foodie, there's a cruise for everyone. With endless activities, gourmet dining and entertainment that never stops, every moment is an epic adventure. And the best part? Unpack only once and the world comes to you. It's time to set sail, create unforgettable memories and explore the world effortlessly on a fabulous cruise adventure where the journey is just as incredible as the destinations.
And joining us to celebrate Cruise Week in this show is friend of the show, S.J. Walker, and brand new friend of the show, Jack Atherton, both from Virgin Voyages. Welcome both.
Thank you.
Nice to have you with us. Good week to come and see us as well, actually, because Cruise Week is always very, very exciting. Gets everyone talking, doesn't it? Jack, we haven't seen you on the show before, so welcome. Virgin Voyages, let's talk about Virgin Voyages. For those people who haven't yet voyaged with Virgin, who's it for?
Well, we are the new kids on the block. I don't know how long we can keep saying that for, but we've been around for a few years now, and anyone from 18 plus, so you are targeting those adult-only cruisers. But it's a real diverse mix of ages. Our core kind of spot is between sort of 35 and 65, but you know, anyone from 18 to 80 plus we've seen on board.
And of course, SJ, as we've talked about many times, you know, Virgin don't just do cruising, they do it with a real twist.
Absolutely, too right. So we offer a casually luxurious adult-only cruise experience, and I think we do offer an experience on board for almost everybody, as long as they're 18 plus, of course. We like to say we've got a retox-detox approach, so there's a real kind of combination between having the balance of zen and relaxation, where our sailors, so we call our guest sailors at Virgin Voyages, where our sailors can have, you know, that relaxation, go and enjoy one of our 80 fitness classes, relax at the Redemption Spa, really put the feet up, enjoy like all those freshly squeezed juices and what have you. But they can also then mix that with those high energy moments and, you know, go and enjoy the carefully crafted cocktails and let the hair down on Scarlet Night on board. So there's a real good balance, but, you know, something for everybody on board.
Let's go and have a look on board, actually, and let's show you around Virgin Voyages, because they are absolutely fantastic, and they are very, very vibrant and different as well, as you would expect. You know, if Virgin come into any arena, they're going to do it differently. And there are some really, really nice twists. Let's forget all the corporate stuff for just a moment, Jack. I want to crack underneath the corporate stuff. What's your favourite thing about being on one of these ships? Because there are 3 now, of course. What do you enjoy most about it?
I just like the relaxed feel. I usually, from February to December, I like wearing shorts, so I can wear shorts at any time of the day and actually make it still feel like you can dress up with that. It's a really casual approach in that sense, but still sophisticated. There's loads of good choice, and the food is just out of this world. I'm a big foodie myself, so yeah.
I quite like the kind of, you know, dip in where you like and everything's included, so you haven't got to think, right, am I going to have to, you know, fork out a little bit, fork out. There you go. I'm here all night. A little bit more to go over there or whatever. You can kind of dip into everything, SJ.
Yeah, that's exactly right. So one of the things that we're renowned for is our inclusive value. So the fact that we've got 20 plus eateries all included, and we talk about our 6 signature restaurants, which within the industry would be known as the specialty dining options. They're all included. All of our basic bevies, so teas, coffees, all the soft drinks, still and sparkling water, again, you've got it, it's included. those group fitness classes that I referred to earlier, they're all included as well. Wi-Fi, as we know now, just as important as water.
Well, listen, if at least one of your hands hasn't got a gadget in most of the time, it's unusual these days, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We know our sailors like to stay connected, so that's all included as well. And of course, our tips are all included. So what I absolutely love when we're on board is the amount you kind of spot it around as you're walking around. Oh, so this is included. Oh wow, I'm not having to pay any extra for this. And we constantly get told that it's always like surprise and delight moments. So it's a great thing that we're surprising and delighting our sailors in the right way, in the fact that yep, you've got it, it's included. You're not having to pay any extra for these delightful experiences.
Which is brilliant. And when it comes, Jack, to going to the bar, of course, we're treating everyone in this show, because unlike the rest of the cruise industry who say, OK, here's a drinks package option, of course, Virgin have gone different as well. In what way? How does it work?
So the idea and the concept behind Bar Tab is just to give the sailors the flexibility to choose the drinks they want. That the crew take really careful consideration in all of their preparation with, like, the cocktails, for example, they're all handcrafted. It's not just already pre-made behind the bar, and you can really taste that, and it's a real difference on board. And there's no restrictions on who actually then you can buy a drink for. So your package doesn't restrict you.
OK, so it's like I've got the drink package, so I can buy one drink for me. So you can do on Virgin, it's not that. You break all those rules and you say, OK, it's my round, everyone.
Yeah, exactly. It's really
champagne for everyone.
Yeah, that's it. Moe, please.
Yeah, it's really social on board, and you find a lot of the time people buying each other drinks, and it helps to create that atmosphere that you can really kind of get to know once you're on board. It's a really feel sort of togetherness, I would say.
So a great escape for, and what are you seeing? Because obviously you've seen a few years of sailors sailing now. So so profile-wise, is it more couples? Is it groups of friends? Who is it in general?
Yeah, it's a great question. And actually, to your point, we actually only launched our first ship, Scarlet Lady, in August 21. So we've only been in the water for 2 years, and yet we have 3 ships in the water now: Scarlet Lady, Valiant Lady, and Resilient Lady. But in terms of our sailor profile, we have predominantly a mixture of couples. We have groups of friends, so we're definitely renowned for that celebration voyage. So if somebody is coming to, they're celebrating special birthdays or getting married or what have you, back to the couples, anniversaries, special birthdays, groups of friends, and also multi-generational families. So we definitely are seeing kind of, the kids who are like, late teens, early 20s, travelling then with mum and dad, because to the point earlier, there really is something for everybody, and everybody can make it their very own experience and then come together, at different touching points through the voyage.
And actually, it's perfect. The offers that we've got in this show actually are perfect, because we've got some nice sort of, what I guess in the cruise industry you would call tasters. I tell you what, none of these tastes will be big enough, because I think actually when you do get on board, you really get it straight away, don't you? And it can be a very, very high energy affair, can't it? But it can also be, there are still chances to, relax. If you take a sea terrace, which is a Virgin balcony, of course you can swing all day in your hammock on the balcony, can't you? Which is amazing. And I love that. I love the fact that you've got the balance of you can play hard and party hard if you want to, but equally you can be as horizontal, Jack, as you like.
Yeah, for sure. A typical day when I've been on before, and actually as a solo traveller, which I know we've got some offers to back that up later too, but I've been up myself doing some sunrise yoga, pushing myself out of my comfort zone because it's all included.
Okay.
I've been to some of the HIIT classes on board, which I've really enjoyed. Go out offshore for a few hours, soak up some sun, and then go for dinner. And then you can even have a night out as well. So it really is all there to do.
And what time was that sunrise yoga?
About 7:30.
7:30. Have you ever made one of those, SJ?
I have.
Have you?
I'm a regular. So the last time I voyaged, I spent the first 3 days thinking, right, I'm going to have a total wellness voyage here. So sunrise yoga, spin.
All the good things.
All the good things, all the healthy food, fantastic. And then Scarlet Night come and took me sideways, and I hit the manor and the pool party, and it's just such an incredible night. It's quite hard to turn away from.
Right, rewind a second. Scarlet Night. So most cruise lines have white nights generally, don't they? So of course Virgin. They are.
It has to be scarlet.
That's their colour, isn't it? Scarlet. So what do I expect on Scarlet Night?
Yeah. So we have various different activations happening around the ship where we turn the ship red. There's a really nice kind of storytelling piece that talks all around Scarlet Night and what it means to Virgin Voyages. And it's just the night where everybody gathers up at the top. So to begin with, there's activations around the ship, and then it all finishes at the top of the ship where we're all on the pool. We're all at the pool deck. Incredible music, incredible activations. Everybody just getting getting involved and just having an awesome time.
Fantastic. And you don't need to be all in red. Have you got some red shorts, Jack?
Red shorts, red shirts, splash of red. We encourage, we encourage a splash of red.
Yeah.
But what's nice about how the voyage progresses to Scarlet Night is the way the entertainment is kind of styled. It's very immersive, and like the Red Room is the transformational theatre, for example. It actually gets you sort of mixing with other sailors on board, rather than just traditional theatre style where you sort of go in, watch the show,
sit,
go out,
watch, and be passive.
Yeah, and there's lots of interactions, so then you can meet people, you can buy people drinks with your bar tab, but then actually builds up to Scarlet Night, and you've got lots of familiar faces then to sort of mingle with and have a party with. So yeah, it's cleverly done.
I tell you what, I'm liking the sound of this more and more and more the more I hear about it. And I haven't heard about it for a wee while as well, so it's nice to absorb all of this information. So do you fancy trying it? Maybe you've been on board one of the ships already and you want to try the latest, of course, Resilient Lady, the third in the Virgin Fleet. We've got 4 no-fly cruise deals, which are absolutely brilliant for first-timers. And I have to say, I've just had one afternoon, I think, when Scarlet Lady launched. So that was a few years now. I need to get back on for one of these taster cruises as well. Let's have a look. They all go out of Portsmouth as well, which is super, super handy. Let's have a look at these then. And you can get more details, of course, on the web for these. So we've got 3 nights going Portsmouth down or across to Zeebrugge, which of course is the port for Bruges. And it's very, very easy to get from the port into Bruges as well, actually. Lots of excursions. Oh, hang on, not excursions. We don't do excursions with Virgin. Sure things. Thank you very much. Yeah, absolutely. We'll come back to those in just a moment. So we've got the 3 nights there for you, starting on an insider there from 349. Low deposit here of just £150, and there's a bar tab. Cheers to that, thank you very much from us, and it is $125, and there are upgrades on board, of course, there to go Sea View, Sea Terrace or Suites, and we must talk Suites later as well. Then there's the 4-nighter as well, which goes on the 23rd of August next year, and also on the 30th as well. That goes out to Amsterdam. It's got an overnight in Amsterdam, which is brilliant. You can only but imagine what a fun night that's going to be. As well, to and from Portsmouth from 549. Again, low deposit on that one. $300 bar tab on that one, which is very, very nice indeed. Yes, you may buy me a drink on that one. 30th of August, it's available as well. If you want the price for that, talk to the team. 0800 953 4700. And then we've got the 5-nighter going out on the 3rd of September next year or the 14th of September. So price here for the 3rd. Goes to Amsterdam for an overnight and then to Bruges to and from Portsmouth, which is wonderful. They're great, both of them great cities to explore as well. You know, again, you can play hard and party hard in both of those if you want to as well. That has a $300 bar tab. And then another one, which is the 6 nights English sights and European delights. Oh, I like the way that rhymes. So that goes again in and out of Portsmouth to La Coruña in Spain, Bilbao, which is wonderful for the Guggenheim there. The Le Verdon, which is in Bordeaux. I think that's wine region. Go and do some wine tasting there, I would say, and back into Portsmouth. So that's a lovely 6-night sailing there. 749 is the price tag there for an insider. Low deposit you can put down on that as well. And cheers to this, a $300 bar tab coming your way with that offer as well. You have got solo prices there, as Jack mentioned earlier, some really cracking solo prices. So if listen, when you're on a cruise, you're never on your own, even if you are cruising on your own. From the minute you step in, you meet people left, right and centre as you are wandering, as you are there having food, you're at one of the bars or whatever. You will strike up conversations with people that become friends like that because you see them around all the time, which is incredible. And they're the kind of people that, you know, the next time you cruise, you won't be cruising solo, you'll be cruising with friends as well, which is brilliant. Now, as part of Cruise Week, we have a Cruise Week special, which is exclusive to us here at Cruise1st. If you book anything this week from our TV shows, you will receive our exclusive Future Cruise voucher, which can save you up to £175 off your next cruise booking. Because believe you me, you take up one of our offers, particularly if you've never been on a cruise before, you take up one of our offers and you will definitely, and I mean definitely, be on another cruise again. They are incredible. So we're talking Virgin Voyages in this show, and it's great to be able to explore and to have a look around as well. Let's get back on board, shall we, and go and have a little look around these ships, because they are incredible. And I remember seeing Scarlet Lady, your first ship, when she first launched, and I had a quick snapshot, and I was like, oh, I need to be here longer. There's so much to see. Let's go back to entertainment as well, because Jack, I was really fascinated by what you said about the immersion into the entertainment as well. Yeah. So you do have, I don't want to call them traditional theatre shows, because I remember seeing the theatre and it's very, very different, isn't it? And the way the entertainment is presented is very different too.
Yeah, it's very creative. So you can find out what's going on board on the Virgin Voyages app. So you can see the daily schedule, or you can find them on screens around the ship that you can interact with by the staircases. Alternatively, you can still get a printed version of that from Sailor Services to find that out. So there's lots of options to see what's going on. The Red Room I mentioned is our transformational theatre. It's a really unique space, so you can find it as a traditional setup, a stage or seats either side, or one big dance floor with everything going on around you. So actually, whilst you're in the same venue, it certainly won't feel different for every show or kind of experience that you see in there.
And there's lots of live entertainment that's going on all the way around the ship as well, SJ, isn't there? So it kind of keeps the vibe going all the time, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So we have what we call a happenings cast. So we've got a range of very talented individuals who will just have like pop-up entertainment in and around the ship. And they can really create key talking points. So no one sailor is ever going to have the same experience. Everyone's going to see something and then talk to somebody else that's seen something else and say, oh, I missed that. You know, I really want to see that. So let's hope we see it again. Of course, it creates more reasons to come back time and time again.
Let's talk about the profile of the shore things as well, which is your excursions, because I'm guessing that they're going to have a different flavour to them in general as well.
They do indeed. So even to the name, as you pointed out earlier, so we call our shore excursions shore things. We like to take our sailors kind of beneath the surface, I guess, of most destinations. So whilst we'll have shore things that do cater for, you know, the key things that people want to see, we'll also try and immerse our sailors really deep within the destination. So we'll take them to really authentic, we'll kind of provide them really authentic experiences. So whether that is a cookery class or a cycling trip or wine tasting, it's really kind of like delving into the depths of each of the destinations.
Which is great to do, actually, isn't it? Because it's got to be when you are sailing with a cruise line like Virgin, you have expectations that go with that, don't you? So you would expect every element of that to kind of be in step.
Yeah, for sure. We're really proud of the service that we give and the quality of everything that comes through on board, and so we need to, of course, replicate that offshore. So we carefully pick the companies we work with, and you've also got that comfort of knowing that it's booked through the company, so that you're going to get back and to and from the ship and feeling safe and secure.
And what's also beautiful about it is the fact that we do have lots of like late stays and overnights in our destinations.
Oh yes.
So we
just saw those overnights in Amsterdam, but you do it in places like Ibiza as well, don't you?
Ibiza, in Palma, Amsterdam. Yes. So again, it's just another token towards saying, look, we want you to experience as much of the destination as possible. So yeah, we make the most of every hour that we're in port.
Yeah, I love those mini ones actually with the overnight in Amsterdam. You are going to have some great fun there as well. Just make sure you get yourself back to the ship. That's all we ask. Right, let's go across the Med now on Resilient Lady. We're going to Spain to Greece with a Barcelona stay. There's too many names and all that. I'll break it down, don't worry. 10th of October next year, but we can do this with a low deposit today and a really, really special deal as well. So we'll fly you first over to Barcelona in Spain. We all know where Barcelona is. I don't think we have to say Spain anymore, do we? Barcelona feels like one of those places that we're at all the time, especially if you're a cruiser, because you know so many cruises go in and out of Barcelona, and you've got to see Barcelona. If you've never been there, we're going to put you in a hotel for a night room only. If you want more than one night, if you've never been before, I would recommend at least 3 or 4. If you have been before, it's quite nice there. Just to, you know, there'll be a favourite restaurant you've got there, somewhere you like going, and then you're on board Resilient Lady, and we're on board for 9 nights, which is fantastic. Let's talk about the Insider and Sea View and Sea Terrace, which of course are the what we call generally in the cruise industry our cabins. Let's talk about those and how they're different, SJ.
So what we love about our cabins is the fact that we've got like high-tech technology. So things that you wouldn't necessarily see when you research on the website, for example, when our sailors approach their cabin, or whether it be inside, sea view, sea terrace, the cabin automatically knows when the sailor's arriving, so it will become kind of day ready. So if it's over night time, the curtains will automatically be closed, the lights are down, and then as soon as the sailor walks in, it automatically switches on the mood lighting to that kind of relevant time of the day.
Oh, cool.
So it has that level of sense about it. All of the controls for the cabin are all operated by their own iPad. So mood lighting, the temperature, all of the great movies that you can see on board, the curtains, is all operated by the iPad, which is incredible. Sea terrace, oh my days, you've already referred to it. That hammock, it just sucks you in and you just want to stay there all day. It's so comfortable. It's such a great way to just sit back, relax, grab a glass of Moët and just just watch the ocean in front of you.
I'm kind of feeling, Jack, that actually, although the cabins are all amazing, that actually you're wanting to be out there and doing most of the time.
Yeah, for sure.
So, I mean, wonderful that they've got all of these gadgetry and whatever, because it's very vibrant and very different, but actually so much going on the ship that you'll be spending most of the time doing that, won't you?
Yeah, there's so much to see, whether it's outside or inside. That's what I love about our ships. But yeah, you'll probably find me at one of the food outlets, no doubt. There's so many pop-up ones to choose from. One of my favourite spots on board is the social club.
Yeah.
So the social club is a really relaxed area. There's screens for those sport lovers. There's games that you can play. There's a retro 80s arcade. You can buy boozy milkshakes. There's
boozy milkshake. Hold that thought for a second, cos we need to go on this itinerary as well and have some fun in these places. So out of Barcelona, we're heading down to the French Riviera, down to Cannes, of course. Very glamorous place to be. And I know the Virgin ships, they look so fantastic that I'm sure it turns heads when they come into all of these ports as well. I was completely wowed, let me tell you. Day at sea, or day sailing, should I say. We're in Sardinia, in Cagliari. Again, wonderful things to see there. Lots of shore things and excursions, of course, to take up, or just go for a little wander if you fancy. We're in Sicily after a day sailing next, in Catania. Taormina, that's the place to absolutely be seen, down at Isola Bella. It's beautiful, really, really nice. Definitely highly recommended. Then a day at sea, we're in Mykonos. Now with Mykonos, of course, you can just seek the beaches, can't you? Or you can go culture vulture on this one. I would love to see the windmills at Delos, actually, because it kind of, you never associate this part of the world with windmills, funnily enough, do you? So that would be fantastic to see. Santorini, well, that's your Instagrammer's paradise, isn't it, for picture taking and just the most awesome views. Get up to Oya Village if you can as well. There will be lots of chances to go and explore there as well. And then we come into the port for Athens, which is Piraeus, and then fly back to the UK. But of course, if you want a couple of nights in Athens, if you've never been there, I've never been to Athens before, it looks fantastic. Of course, you've got the Acropolis and this, that and the other to go and see. Or you just want a couple of extra sunshine days. We are talking October, of course, but it'll probably be quite gloomy here next year. Or, I can't predict the weather, nor can any of us at the moment. All the rules are out the window. But actually, I'm kind of thinking that might be a better place to be at this time of the year. Now, this is pretty much a year away, so October next year included the flights to Barcelona, a night in a hotel there, room only for you, so you can do what you like while you're in Barcelona, and pretty much the same thing while you're on Resilient Lady as well. You can have the time of your life, and you've got that fabulous cruise there as well, which is 9 nights of cruising around the Med, you lucky people. Now, we've got to see a view of all that sunshine in October, haven't we? Got to get as much of that vitamin D as we can. So we're talking sea terrace here as well, and we'll talk more about those in just a moment. Let me give you your price tag. You're going to love this. You can put a low deposit down on this today as well, by the way, just £199 each. And look at that for a price tag. Now that is one incredible 10 nights away for you. 9 nights of cruising with Virgin, with so much included in that price tag as well. I mean, honestly, every pound of that is absolutely packed full of goodness and value. All of the dining on board included. And again, we've only just scratched the surface of the dining on board. Your service charges, your tips included. Essential soft drinks included. Wi-Fi included. Hallelujah. Amazing. All the way through. Group workouts. Sunrise yoga if you like that kind of thing. Yeah, as Mr. P just said, you do you. I'm not sure if I'm going to be sat cross-legged at 7:30 in the morning. I think we'll be quite horizontal at 7:30 in the morning. If you want more details on that offer, just give us a call, 0800 953 4700. Don't forget, of course, if you book this before the end of Sunday, you'll also get our exclusive Cruise1st Future Cruise voucher. I knew that was too tongue-twisting. Cruise1st Future Cruise voucher. I'm going to have to practice that. And that is worth up to £175 off your next booking with us here at Cruise1st. Anyway, listen, let's talk to my guests while we've got them here. Oh, is there a bar tab on this one as well? Yes, thank you very much. Cheers to that. Where's the details of that? $600. Thank you very much. That will be champagne for everyone. $600 on a 9-night cruise. I tell you what, use it wisely. But you, as you guys were saying, you're going to be meeting new friends. And it's quite nice, isn't it? Sometimes you've got that slight awkwardness of who has a drinks package, who doesn't have a drinks package, and like, OK, I need your card and your card if I'm going to go and do the round thing at the bar. And actually, this takes all of that out of it, doesn't it? Yeah,
and everybody has their unique wristbands on board that they wear. So there's no cruise cards. It's very simple. You just scan your wristbands as you go along. You can buy yourself a drink, as we've said, or buy a round for your new friends that you've made. It's really great.
It's just, I mean, the whole thing just, you know, it's so alluring. It really is. When's your next one, SJ?
Oh, do you know, I'm actually booked on the Scarlet Lady next year for the Caribbean for a special celebration birthday. So very excited about that. And we have gone all out and treat ourselves to a Rockstar suite.
Oh, yes. And let's just touch on those, because I did manage to have a little wander around on Scarlet Lady. And this is something that kind of has the High Life written all over it. Give us a flavour. It
does. I was very lucky as well, because we actually sailed back in July on board Valiant Lady around the Med, and of course we did treat ourselves once again at that point. So I've experienced it firsthand. It's absolutely incredible. So from the moment that you get on board, it's priority boarding, it's VIP Rockstar service from the very start. So you're the first people on board the ship, greeted of course with none other than your glass of Moët, while your Rockstar agent gets everything sorted for you, any shore things, any spa treatments, any dining reservations that you might not have made to that point. So there, your Rockstar agents are all on hand. You've got an incredible suite accommodation as well, which has been designed none other than with Tom Dixon. Wow. So real high-end, nice, you know, high touches in the actual suite accommodation. We have Richard's Rooftop, which is an exclusive area for our Rockstar. So anybody that is sailing in a Rockstar accommodation gets that access up to Richard's Rooftop. And that is just a slice of absolute heaven. And if you want to be made to feel extra special, then that is the spot to be. We have champagne hour from 5 till 6, where Moët runs freely. So 5 to 5, that's definitely where you'll find me.
One at a time, responsibly, of course. Of course. It's absolutely incredible. And just very quickly, Jack, what's the next one you're booked on as well? Because we're about to run out of time.
I'm off on Valiant Lady on the 1st of October, so not long to go.
Where are you going?
French Days, Ibiza night. So looking forward to that Ibiza overnight. That's
right.
Ibiza has my heart.
Don't forget to be back to the ship in time, because that would look very bad, wouldn't it? If, as the sales manager, you weren't back in time. Fantastic. And again, I know we've only just scratched the surface. It's been quite nice to dive a bit deeper into the Virgin experience, though, in this show as well, because it's quite nice, because we haven't talked about it for, you know, a good couple of years now. So, it's been amazing. So thank you so much for coming in. Happy Cruise Week, both of you. Happy holidays as well. Lucky people. And happy holidays to you as well. Listen, if you missed any of the offers, because we were too busy chatting away in this show, you can always rewind it, or you can watch my wrinkles in glorious HD on YouTube as well, because that's running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week as well. Any questions you've got, the team are there for you, of course, 7 days a week, 0800 953 4700. Take advantage of these amazing offers, and more of these shows coming up soon. Bye-bye.